We are back in Hockenheim for the second round of the FIA Formula 3 Championship. It's Sunday afternoon and the weather conditions are not great in the paddock. Difficult conditions not only for the driver, but also the teams.
Hello, I'm Ludovic Max. I'm mechanic in the signature team in F3, and I will show you and explain you a bit about the brakes. Here you are a bit free in Formula 3. You can choose the manufacturer, the diameter of the brakes, the type of the pads. Here also as well I have one brake pads, and again the same. You have different manufacturer and different type of brake pads, depends the feeling that the driver want to have. It's not like in a road car. You don't have any assistance in the brakes, so you really need to hit the pedals, and it's really hard to make a nice digressive braking. Here I will show you what the driver do every time that he's going in the car. He is adjusting his brake balance, because it's really important to manage how much do you want brakes in the front, in the rear. So I finish my break and go back to work. See you guys.
Well, due to the heavy rain showers in the afternoon, it was decided to start behind the safety car. Again on pole, Felix Rosenqvist, followed by Charles Leclerc and Maximilian Günther. Well, it's really difficult to find the right braking spot for the Spitzer curve as the cars round turns 1 and 2. Callum Ilott was going to get collected by Mikael Jensen. Well, rejoining Callum Ilott. Meanwhile, up front, Felix Rosenqvist leading the race, but under increasing pressure from Monegasque driver Charles Leclerc. Tricky conditions for the drivers, and their Formula 3 cars sliding around on this wet Hockenheim circuit. Whilst the lead pair approach the hairpin, different lines through the hairpin, setting up a bit of contact between Charles Leclerc and Felix Rosenqvist. Not too much damage to either of the cars. Leclerc positioned his car on the outside for lap 14, got the switchback, increased traction with the Van Amersfoort machine, and managed to blast past race leader Felix Rosenqvist. Rosenqvist didn't have an answer, and the Monegasque driver was into the lead. Further back, Pietro Fittipaldi in the wars again, getting on Fichau, bringing out the safety car. Whilst we're on the safety car conditions, just look at the different lines here. Charles Leclerc working very hard behind that wheel to inherit the lead. While Charles Leclerc, under the restart, still leading from Rosenqvist, Günther and Giovinazzi. But it was Günther who was to fall foul of the conditions, spinning out.
Sure, I had to push because Antonio was close behind me. Yeah, turn 1 I went too much on the carpet, and in the rain it's quite slippery there, so yeah, I spun there. Yeah, not good for sure, but I could manage to come to 5th place again, so I'm not perfect, but still okay.
Heading for his second win of the season, Charles Leclerc looking very comfortable ahead of Felix Rosenqvist and Antonio Giovinazzi. And he takes the checkered flag. Leclerc ahead of Rosenqvist, Giovinazzi, Jensen in 4th, and Ferrucci rounding out the top 5. And the Monegasque man celebrates.
I feel
with his
amazing.
Van Amersfoort crew.
To start second and then overtake Felix, who won the race yesterday, it's an amazing feeling. It was close because the first overtake I touched with my front wing, but yeah, the second move was okay, really hard, really tight. But at the end, it has worked. I'm really, really happy.
Well, second place, Rosenqvist had a more pragmatic
did a
analysis
mistake with the tire
of
pressures,
events.
and I had completely no rear grip, you know, and I couldn't really defend myself.
Third place again for Antonio Giovinazzi, his 6th podium in 6 races.
I give pressure to Max, and he spun in the first corner. I'm so sorry for him, but yeah, in the end, good for me. 6 podiums, so we come in pole really, really happy, and with the leadership, so really happy.
Well, Antonio Giovinazzi leading the points from Charles Leclerc, Felix Rosenqvist catching up in 3rd, and Jake Dennis rounding out the top 4. Well, that's it for all the action here from Hockenheim.